Good morning, Newman Smith High School. I'm Dr. Jimenez, the proud principal of Newman Smith, where our mission is to graduate all scholars to be college, career, or military ready without remediation. And if you are wondering who has the mission memorized, well, let me tell you. Coach Gregory's 7th period class, when I came by and asked them the mission of Newman Smith, they were all able to say it. Well, speaking of our mission yesterday, we had college fair last night. So many things going on. I was able to visit the booth from UT Austin, from Texas A&M, from Louisiana Tech University, and even Clemson. So many really cool booths in our college fair. So I hope that all of our scholars took advantage of our college fair. Well, speaking of applying for college, I don't know if you know, but you have to write an essay in your applications. Well, Newman Smith heard your cry for help, and we are opening a writing lab. So starting sometime next week, and I'll tell you more on the news, we're opening our NSHS writing lab, and it will be during 4th period. So if you have asynchronous time in your 4th period, we're going to send a QR code out, and you can go to our writing expert, Miss Leach, and she will be there to help you with any content that you are writing in. She'll help you with your syntax, your grammar, because she is an awesome English teacher. So if you're struggling with getting your writing off the ground, ask your 4th period teacher in asynchronous time if you can come to the virtual writing lab and get some help from Miss Leach. So that's really positive. Another positive thing going on at Newman Smith is we had our scrimmage last night, and we have our first volleyball game tonight. Well, let me share with you, if you're planning on attending any sports events, you must purchase your tickets online in advance because, COVID. We have guidelines that we're wanting to follow. So please purchase those online tickets in advance for whatever sport you're going to go support. And make sure that you have a clear bag because CFB and DISD have clear bag policies. So I'll be modeling my clear bag all day today. So please make sure you have a clear bag for any sports game that you want to go and see and be a part of. So what else is in the news today? Well, we have big happenings in attendance. So I had a question from a scholar. Dr. J, I'm a traditional scholar, but I don't feel so good during 6th period. Can I just run home during 6th period and come back? Well, because of our COVID guidelines, we'd really like to keep the number of our traditional scholars the same. It's why you can't switch until the 9 weeks. So it's only at every 9 weeks that you can make that decision to go back from traditional to remote. Now, what we know is our remote scholars can come up for their fine arts, athletics, and a few approved CTE courses. But the remote scholars cannot come to campus any other time because we have put in place our safety and guidelines by counting the traditional number of scholars on our campus. So if you're a traditional scholars, we need you to think in a binary way. If I'm a traditional scholar, I need to be traditional all day. Now, do things happen? Do you get sick? Do you get a runny nose? Yes, and that's the beauty of this system. But what we know is you can't come to 5th period, get a runny nose for only 6th period, and then come back for 7th and 8th. So please, please help us keep our school the safest as it can be by being a traditional scholar, making sure you're in every period as you committed to do. Now, if you feel that you can't do that, that's okay. You can switch to remote at any time. But remember, when you go remote, you can't just show up to campus on a whim because our safety guidelines matter. So we ran our report. We have about 320 of our 2,000 scholars that are currently absence failing. That means that you're not turning in any work or you haven't shown up for class, and most of this is remotely. So remote folks, please be checking in. We want to make sure that you're coming to school. We're going to offer 2 absence makeups. We'll start next Tuesday. So instead of just the Thursdays being absence makeup, we're going to offer Tuesday and Thursday. So big happenings next week. We have another scrimmage game. We're moving forward with the volleyball. But please know that as we move forward, and even though that we're telling you some things that you may not want to hear as far as, if you're absence failing, you need to come up and make those up. We do all of this because we care about you. And remember, it's our mission. Our mission is to graduate you. And to graduate, you have to have both good attendance and good grades. Both of those things combined. We say this because we love you. We think you're great. Remember, character counts, and let's make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.